Brian Dollard's with Canon USA, and we're going to be talking about some new interesting topics in the print industry. One of them is the impact of inkjet. What has inkjet done for you?
Well, a lot.
A lot.
As you may know, Canon has been involved in inkjet for a number of years.
Yeah.
With the acquisition of USA, we started with our continuous form solutions in the production print space back in 2008. But even in addition to that, if you go over to the Canon booth today, you'll see inkjet solutions for photo processing, our Dream Labo product, and then inkjet solutions for wide format with our Image Prograph, Arizona, and our new ColorWave 900 technology. But what has it really done for us is, I guess the better question, what's it doing for our customers? And it's giving them more options. It's giving them more options to produce different types of products. If you look at our booth at the show today, our theme is enabling creativity. Canon enables creativity, and it's really having that depth of portfolio, the variety of technologies and solutions, and the emerging part of that is the inkjet, and that's where we're really putting focus at the show. In fact, we've just announced our new, very first production sheet-fed inkjet system, project name Niagara. This is a pre-announcement. We'll be launching it in the spring of 2014.
Wow.
And generally speaking, though, what do you get with inkjet? You're getting much higher speeds at a much lower cost, and in some cases, the ability to go out much wider, where electrophotography might be limited in some of those areas. We don't see this as a replacement of electrophotographic solutions. We see this as a complementary technology, and a good example of that is in the book printing space. We see inkjet taking a much bigger share of the overall print, print pie, if you will.
Right.
Whereas, a break-even point might have been at 500 copies or 1,000 copies or 1,500 copies, depending on the application and your own situation. Today with inkjet, we see the book printers, now going into, thousands or tens of thousands because we have that very high speed. We're talking about solutions today that can do in excess of 5,000 pages per minute digitally.
Whoa.
5 years ago, unheard of.
Right.
So,
No
we're getting a much bigger share of the overall pie from a print standpoint. And of course, the other side of it in the transactional space, by having affordable color and very high production speeds, it now enables us to look at traditional methods in a different way. We used to have pre-printed forms that we would imprint with a black and white laser, and that's an area where OSE typically excelled. Today, we can now have white paper in, finished product out, and you eliminate a lot of steps. That eliminates waste and inventory. It also lets the printer's customers make much quicker decisions in terms of how they're going to transition their brand. For example, company A decides they want to change the colors in their brand.
Sure.
They've got to look at their inventory and say either we write off that inventory or we delay our go-to-market strategy. With a white paper workflow, that all changes. So there's a lot of benefits of inkjet.
Looking at the whole equation, let's say, of workflow and automation and price reduction, cost reduction for the print house, what does that all do coming together for as far as Canon's position?
So of course, Canon is a manufacturer of printers, just like many other companies in this building. We all build printers. And in many cases, the printing is the easy part. And I think what I've seen in my years in the business is we've evolved as manufacturers to provide a total solution. So the printer is combined with pre and post processing solutions, whether it be software, whether it be finishing, and the differentiate, and we all build good printers, by the way. We all like to say ours is better than the others, and there are differences from time to time, but the real difference is how do you take an end-to-end workflow as a total solution and tailor that to the customer's specific needs and help them execute upon installation. So workflow is critical. You can't survive in this industry without the total package.
What is overall, what does color management do to a print house? How important is that in the whole process?
Well, as we've seen digital involved, we see, you know, what we've been talking about for a number of years is a distribute and print approach. Color management's critical there, because if I've got a printer in Boston and another printer in Seattle,
Sure.
and I'm going to split that job off to save on shipping costs or mailing costs, having an enterprise-wide color management solution is critical. You know, these technologies, the digital technologies, require calibration. They require constant attention. You know, they have components that are in a constant state of degradation, and you have to acknowledge that and have the color management tools to be able to not only compensate for changing conditions, but better yet, anticipate, so you limit the amount of times you have to compensate for it. And for that reason, the color management component is very important to us at Canon.
Overall, what's your impression of Print Show 13 so far?
I couldn't be more excited.
Really?
It's exceeded my expectations. I think the organizers have done an outstanding job getting the people in. We can't move in our booth. It's been, you know, we're into day 4 now, but the previous 3 days, we have not been able to move in our booth. The people that are coming are committed. We've sold a lot of equipment at this show. It's a much more positive outlook. This is the best I've felt in years coming out of the show.
You know, I'm getting that impression from a lot of folks that have
Yeah.
come and visited with us here at Print Show 13, and you know, it's really a good feeling. You know, we as Americans, we're forward looking, and here we go. Let's go for it.
I couldn't have said it better.
Okay, excellent. Brian, I appreciate you stopping by, taking
bet.
the time and visiting with us. Much success here at Print Show 13 Chicago.